What if losing weight came with a terrifying price? What if your dream body slowly turned into your worst nightmare? That's exactly what this movie explores. Today, we're breaking down the 2026 body horror film THINESTRA, directed by Nathan Hulse in his feature film debut. If you're about to eat, you might want to wait until this video's over, because things get seriously disturbing. Now, let's jump straight into the story. This is the story of Penny, who's trying everything she can to lose weight. But no matter what she does, the weight just won't come off. She sticks to a strict diet. She eats nothing but diet food. She pushes herself through intense cardio classes. But despite all that, nothing changes. She's still not losing any fat. Instead, her hunger keeps getting worse, and it starts giving her some very strange dreams. Like one where she gets so hungry during cardio that she ends up eating her own trainer. Now, all she dreams about is food. Even then, she does everything she can to keep her hunger under control. Penny works at a photo retouching studio, and she's extremely good at her job. But she never gets the respect she deserves, just because of the way she looks. Her boss, Nels, doesn't value her at all. He just uses her to get as much work done as possible. When Penny arrives at the office, Nels asks her to stand in front of him and takes a sample photo to show the brand. Then he makes it clear that she's just a placeholder. The real model looks much better than she does. Penny doesn't react. She's used to hearing things like that. In fact, it's exactly why she's been pushing herself through such extreme dieting. The office is filled with sweets. Just looking at them is enough to tempt her, especially the donuts. She's dying to have just one. After all, what difference could one make? But then she remembers all the extra effort she's been putting into cardio, so she settles for a salad instead. Meanwhile, her coworker, Kelly, the makeup artist, is happily eating pizza, and it doesn't seem to affect her body at all. Penny can't help wishing she were that lucky. Anyway, the model, Maria, arrives for the photo shoot. She's incredibly slim, but she also looks tired, completely exhausted. Right after the photos are taken, something suddenly starts melting on her forehead. Penny notices it too, and later has to retouch the photos to remove it. She has no idea what it is. As Maria is leaving after the shoot, Penny can't hold it in anymore. She finally opens up about how desperate she feels. "You're so beautiful. Your life must be so easy. I've been working so hard, and still, nothing changes." Maria seems to understand exactly what Penny is going through, so she gives her 3 pills called THINESTRA and says they'll do the trick. But she also warns her that the pills are new, and not everyone's body can handle them. On her way home from work, Penny runs into Josh, the guy she has a crush on. From the way he acts, it seems like he likes her too. But Penny believes he's out of her league, so she can never bring herself to talk to him properly. That day, Josh invites her over for a beer. But Penny doesn't drink beer because it's loaded with carbs. Josh steps outside to throw away some leftover food. Suddenly, the trash bag tears open, spilling everything onto the ground. Even the sight of the leftover food makes Penny's mouth water. So she decides it's best to head home before she gives in. Once she gets home, she has a protein-rich meal, goes to bed, and completely forgets about the pills. But in her dream, she finds herself trapped between giant walls of donuts. The only way out is to eat her way through them. As soon as she takes a bite, it starts raining, which means she's trapped all over again. Honestly, when we were kids, we all imagined a world where everything was made of food. The next day, Penny visits her mom, just like she does every week. Her mom tells her not to push herself so hard and to enjoy life. But Penny says that's the problem. "I've never really been able to enjoy life because of this body." The truth is, Penny's constant anger is really just the result of always being hungry. That night, she gets ready and heads to a party where Kelly, Nels, and Maria are all there. But Maria looks incredibly weak. Somehow, she's gotten much worse in just one day. Penny is having a hard time at the party. There are sweets everywhere, and it's becoming harder and harder to resist them. She starts giving in to the temptation, but she's afraid she might lose control, so she tries to walk away. Instead, she ends up in the kitchen, and it's completely packed with desserts. There are so many different kinds of sweets that anyone would want to try them. But for Penny, the biggest temptation isn't the variety. It's the fact that no one is around to see her. She figures that if she eats a couple, no one will ever know. So she grabs one, then another, and starts eating. But right then, Nels walks in and makes another insulting remark that Penny just can't take anymore. She immediately leaves the party, taking an entire box of cookies with her. She opens the box, but the moment she thinks about ruining all the progress she's made, she throws it into the trash. Then her eyes land on the THINESTRA pills. She thinks, after taking one of these, I can eat whatever I want. It'll make me lose the weight anyway. Without wasting another second, she swallows one of the pills. After that, she calmly finishes the entire box of cookies. As she falls asleep, she finds herself back in that same cave of donuts. Escaping is nearly impossible. Somehow, she manages to make it out with a donut clenched between her teeth. But the moment she gets outside, Nell starts taking pictures of her, humiliating her. That's when she suddenly wakes up, feeling sick to her stomach. She rushes to throw up, and what comes out isn't food. It's fat. Fat starts oozing out of her body from everywhere. Right before her eyes, the bed is completely covered in it. Now we finally understand what was melting off Maria's forehead earlier. It was fat too, released because of the THINESTRA pills. But we've also seen what eventually happened to Maria, which means Penny is headed down the very same path. After taking a shower, Penny washes all the fat off her body. But once it's separated from her, it takes on a life of its own. It transforms into another version of Penny herself. But this wasn't just another version of Penny. It was an evil one. And this version of Penny was consumed by an overwhelming hunger. The moment she stepped outside, she started devouring everything in sight. She ate anything she could find on the streets. But no matter how much she ate, the hunger wouldn't go away. Eventually, she came across a homeless man who was trying to substance her and take advantage of her. But instead, he became the victim. Driven by her uncontrollable hunger, evil Penny devoured him alive. The next morning, Penny wakes up and immediately drinks a lot of water. Then she remembers taking the pill the night before. Food is scattered all over the house. Evil Penny had already tried eating all the healthy food, but none of it satisfied her. That's why she ended up going outside. No matter how messy the house looks, the moment Penny sees herself in the mirror, her face lights up. Overnight, she's lost a huge amount of weight because of the pill. Overjoyed, she pours all of her health drinks down the sink. As far as she's concerned, dieting is over. From now on, she's gonna eat whatever she wants. After all, she still has 2 pills left to keep her weight under control. The dress she hadn't been able to wear for years finally fits her again. Feeling like a completely different person, she heads to the office. The moment she walks in, Nels can't stop staring at her. Neither can Kelly. Losing weight doesn't just change her appearance. Completely changes her confidence too. Anyway, everyone is waiting for Maria to arrive for the photo shoot. But Maria isn't coming. Her body has been found in a bathtub outside her house, which means Penny is heading toward the very same fate, and much sooner than she realizes. Later, Penny goes to her cardio class. For the first time, she actually enjoys being there. But fat starts oozing out of her body again, forcing her to hide it. As she's leaving, she looks into a mirror. An evil Penny suddenly lunges at her from inside it. It's just a jump scare meant to startle the audience. After that, Penny starts eating whatever she wants. She finally walks into all the restaurants she used to admire from the outside and orders whatever she's been craving. Then she goes shopping and buys herself a whole new wardrobe. As soon as she gets home, she runs into Josh. Josh can hardly believe what he's seeing. So Penny says, "You must have met my overweight twin, Penelope. She's gone now, and I'm the one who's here to stay." Josh has no idea what she's talking about. Then Penny laughs and tells him she's just kidding. With all of her insecurity gone, she invites Josh inside. The moment they walk in, she cracks open a few beers. At this point, carbs don't matter to her anymore. As they drink together, the two of them start getting closer. But then, out of nowhere, Penny bites Josh's lip, starts bleeding, forcing Josh to leave. Once he's gone, Penny comes back to her senses. She starts thinking that maybe she's still not perfect. So she gets everything ready, even laying towels across the bed. She's just about to take another pill and go to sleep, when Nell suddenly calls and tells her to come to the office right away to finish some urgent work. As soon as she gets there, Penny devours every cookie she can find. Then the pill kicks in. Fat starts pouring out of her body, and once again, it transforms into Evil Penny. Evil Penny grabs hold of her, merges back into her body, and then brutally devours Nell's. After that, she wanders the streets, eating everything she comes across. She finally ends the night by finishing off a pile of donuts. The next morning, Penny wakes up in her car outside a donut shop. She's in terrible shape. The entire car is covered with leftover food. By now, she's lost even more weight. When she gets home, she notices a large bruise on her body, just like the injuries Nell suffered before he died. After cleaning herself up, Penny goes to visit her mom. Her mom is shocked the moment she sees her. She starts worrying that Penny might be using the same weight loss substance celebrities use to become extremely skinny. But Penny insists, "I'm not doing anything wrong. The world keeps telling me to love my body, yet it's the same world that refuses to accept me because of it." People preach body positivity until they become celebrities. Then they lose all the weight themselves, while telling the rest of us that this is the best way to live. Anyway, Penny gets a text from Josh inviting her to Paul's party. Wanting to look absolutely perfect, she takes the last THINESTRA pill. Then she lies down in the bathtub, hoping all the fat will drain out there. Meanwhile, her mom leaves to meet a client. The fat leaves Penny's body, but so does Evil Penny. This time, Penny fights back and locks Evil Penny inside the shower stall. Whenever Evil Penny takes control, everything turns red. But once she's trapped, everything returns to normal. Penny finally has the body she's always wanted. So she writes one message on the mirror using the fat. "You did it." Looking like a completely different person, Penny heads to the party. Once she's there, she starts drinking and taking every substance she can get her hands on. Josh is clearly worried as he watches her. Later, Penny follows Paul into the restroom to do more substance. That's when Evil Penny takes control of her again. Since the fat had been washed down the drain earlier, Evil Penny finds her way back through it. Under Evil Penny's control, Penny bites Paul's nose. Paul immediately bolts out of the restroom. Penny has no idea what to tell Josh, or what to keep from him. Josh assumes Paul must have given Penny something dangerous. She looks completely shaken, so Josh takes her home. Once they're alone, Penny starts getting closer to Josh. But right then, Evil Penny takes over again, rips Josh's throat open, and devours him. After that, she wanders the streets once again, feeding on trash, garbage, and anything else she can find. This time, Penny comes to her senses inside a diner, where she realizes she's already killed and eaten the employees. To avoid being recognized, she heads to the office. Unfortunately, Kelly shows up at the same time to pick up her makeup kit. After all, with Nell's dead, the office is basically shut down. But by coming to the office that night, Kelly unknowingly walks straight into her own death. Penny suddenly emerges from the pile of garbage, rips out Kelly's eye, and eats it. When Kelly fights back, Penny snaps back to her senses. But now Kelly is choking her. To save herself, Penny shoves Kelly away. Kelly's head slams into a pipe, killing her instantly. With nowhere else to go, Penny heads to her mother's house. But even there, just like in Evil Dead Rise, Evil Penny returns and takes control of her once again. This time, she doesn't spare her mother either. She devours her too. Penny feels like she has nothing left to live for, so she stabs herself. Because if she stays alive, she'll just keep killing and eating more people. But even after stabbing herself, she doesn't die. She wakes up in a hospital. Kelly is there to see her. Through tears, Penny apologizes for everything, and Kelly forgives her. But at that exact moment, a commercial for THINESTRA comes on TV. The testing is complete. The substances has now been approved by the government and is ready for public release. The moment Penny sees the commercial, her hunger comes back, which means evil Penny is back. And this time, she completely devours Kelly. And that's how the movie ends. The movie is basically showing how unnatural weight loss through substances has become a huge trend in Hollywood, where having a face so thin that only the bones stand out has become the beauty standard. But the movie makes it clear that this isn't healthy. No matter how much fat you force your body to lose, it'll eventually come back. The movie represents that return as evil Penny, a symbol of uncontrollable hunger. In a way, the fat that left Penny's body was simply stored hunger. Every time she felt hungry, she ate, and her body stored that excess energy as fat. But there's no easy shortcut to getting rid of it. Just like Penny's mother says, your body remembers everything, every bit of pain, every hardship, every emotional scar. Simply getting rid of the fat won't erase any of it. Losing weight is a process, and your body goes through much more than just burning fat. That's the only way it can truly heal over time. Otherwise, the hunger will always come back. It's an endless cycle. The movie explores that idea through horror, mixed with dark humor. It also encourages you to question the messages celebrities keep selling you, because in the end, you're the one who shapes your own life. The movie also points out that wellness culture has been taken over and pushed in a completely different direction. That said, the movie could have been even stronger with more satire, especially in the dream sequences and the commercials. But considering its limited budget, it still does a decent job. One question is probably on everyone's mind. How did Penny actually lose so much weight on screen? There's a noticeable difference between her original look, her slimmer appearance, and even her evil version. So how did they pull it off? The filmmakers used a surprisingly simple approach. Penny was actually played by twin sisters, Michelle and Melissa Macedo, who are also members of the music duo Macedo. Whether it's pronounced Macedo or Macedo, I'm honestly not sure. But thanks to the twins, the filmmakers were able to create the effect without relying on heavy visual effects. The sisters even appear together in several scenes. Penny also gives her original self the name Penelope, the very version that eventually becomes her evil counterpart. And that's the story of THINESTRA. Let me know what you thought of the movie in the comments. There's another body horror movie called Slanted, and I'll be covering that one soon as well. So stay tuned. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care.